Hi guys, I am Centaurian Mudpig and welcome along to Void Destroyer. We're currently making our way through the tutorials and today we are on Tactical Mode First Session, which covers Tactical Mode, Camera Control, Building Ships and Stations. Without further ado, let's start the tutorial. Let's start the first Tactical Mode mission. Let's first switch to Tactical Mode. To do so, click Continue, then press the space key. You are now in Tactical Mode. This mode has many purposes. Some of them are a tactical view from any angle position, a listing of objects under your command, enemy and neutral, targeting objects, issuing commands, building ships, building platforms, managing your economic output. Did I miss anything? Let's hope not. If they cram more into Tactical Mode, people's heads will start exploding. During Tactical Mode, only the mouse and keyboard are used, no functionality for joysticks. You can change the camera's orientation by holding down the right mouse button and moving the mouse. You can also zoom in and out using the mouse wheel. Right now you are focused in on your ship. This means that the camera will follow the ship if it moves. Press the F6 key to toggle crew controls on. Speaking of crew control, you can also toggle it in ship mode, turret and command modes by the same key. F6. Crew control is now on. Crew control is off, so it's now back on. And they are currently holding position. Because you should still be focused on your ship, your camera should follow it. If not, you might have unfocused. Play around a bit with the camera. Hold down the right mouse button and move the mouse. Use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Then press the F key to unfocus from the ship. So we can rotate around, we can look up and down, zoom in, and we can zoom out. F key to unfocus. You should now be unfocused. Your ship will continue on its path while the camera remains stationary. You will also unfocus if you manually move the camera. You can do this by moving the mouse to the four corners of the screen to move the camera in that direction. Speaking of moving the camera, when unfocused you can control the camera much like using manual thrusters in ship mode, using the WS, forward and reverse, AD, slide, QE, or down keys. Experiment using the WS, AD, QE keys. So W, A, D, S, W, Q, E. Did you notice that when you press W or S, you don't necessarily move forward or backwards in relation to where the camera is facing? That functionality is accomplished by using the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. The W and S keys actually move forward, back on a sort of overhead plane. Let's go ahead and refocus on our ship. Press the F key. When focused on, the WSAD QE keys would rotate around the object. Focused. Recap. To toggle focus mode on off, press the F key. When focused, the right mouse button will allow you to orbit. When unfocused, combining WSAD QE keys and holding the right mouse button, you can freely maneuver around Tactical Mode. Using the mouse wheel allows you to zoom in and out. You can travel the map quickly by left-clicking on a faraway object to select it, pressing F to focus on it. There are selection shortcut keys. F1 will select your current ship. F2 selects the command ship. F3 selects the nearest base. F4 selects the nearest shipyard platform. For example, press F1 twice to select, then look at your current ship. Building ships is accomplished via the shipyard button. This button appears on the screen if the selected object has the ability to build ships. Asteroid bases and shipyard platforms are objects that can build ships. To begin this process, rotate your camera so that you can see your asteroid base, then left click on the asteroid base object to select it. If you are successful, then a shipyard button will appear on the bottom left of the tactical screen. Click on that button to bring up the shipyard GUI. Now double click on the Perez class ship to add it to the build queue, then wait until it gets built and launches. You know, when I signed up for this, recruiter never told me how much reading there would be. Don't forget you can press F3 to select the nearest base, as well as double tap F3 to focus on it. So double tap, we clicked on it. Build ship, left click on your base, click the shipyard button. So if we do that, we can click shipyard and Perez G, which is a fighter class. Requires 3 people, 200 energy, 250 resources, and 30 units of time, which is 30 seconds. And there's our Perez G. There's our new baby. Shipyards require resources such as ore and energy, as well as crew to build ships. These are supplied by the base that is linked to the shipyard. You can queue up as many ships as you want to build. New ship build variants and hulls can be obtained via research. If you are still in the shipyard GUI, go ahead and click on return button to get back to the main tactical screen. Building platforms is similar to building ships. First select an object that can build platforms, your base, click build. Double click the platform type. For this objective, build a transfer platform. This will place a placeholder object. Left clicking on the placeholder and dragging the mouse lets you position the placeholder object. Then click the build button on the placeholder GUI window on the lower right. If the positioning line is red, that means that the platform is too close or too far from your base. If the platform's wireframe outline is red, that means that the platform would be colliding with another object in this position. Both the distance line and the wireframe placeholder object must be green to build. Here's a recap. Select a base. Click build. Double click on transfer platform. Click and drag the placeholder to position. Click build when done. Build, double click. So we can move it around there. And then click build. The platform is being built. Like building ships, building platforms also requires resources and crew. Built platforms require upkeep, which is taken from the nearby base. Platforms have various functions: defense, building larger ships, housing crew, trading, energy production. When positioning the platform via the placeholder object, hold down the control key, then use the mouse to rotate the placeholder. Hold down Alt key, then use the mouse to move the placeholder object up and down on the map. If this platform was of a shipyard type, you could select it and build other types of ships. Research will allow you to build more platform types. In both tactical and ship modes, you can overclock your brain, thus slowing down the passage of time to virtually stopped, meaning you can still issue orders to your ships and manage your assets. For example, you can stop the action, then position a platform without being interrupted by enemies. Press the pause key, then return to normal flow of time and continue to press the pause key again. So previously I had to remap this because my laptop does not have a pause key, so I have designated to Shift and Home. If you watch the mission timer, you can see the mission timer is slowing down. You can see it actually takes a fair while to tick down a second. So hold down Shift and Home for me to re-enable. Okay, so I'll just assume you did this one. Would you believe that while you stood there frozen in time, 10 years relative to my conscious went by? Moving on. Press space to exit tactical mode and return to ship mode. Now in ship mode. You are back in ship mode. Since we turned on crew control, you can turn it off via F6. Either way, this concludes the training session. So if we press F6, we can turn off crew control and put it on a bit again. And you see that the bottom left icon there toggles crew control to show it off. Crew control is on. So that concludes building ships and bases for now. I am Centaurium Mudpig. Don't forget to tune in next time. Bye for now.